Fox News. The open impeachment inquiry hearings begin this week. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more on what we can expect from Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff.
Schiff has already indicated that the whistleblower will not testify, and that is a key point of contention for the president and his allies, including Senator Lindsey Graham, who said without the whistleblower's testimony, impeachment is dead on arrival in the Senate.
The only way you can fairly deal with this issue is for us to find out who the whistleblower is. No American can be accused of a crime based on an anonymous allegation. The whistleblower is foundational to what they're doing into the House, and the fact that they don't want to call him tells you everything they know, everything you need to know about how valid this effort is to impeach the president.
It's important to note that not every Republican lawmaker feels that way. In fact, today, several repeated their belief that the whistleblower's identity should be protected and that their testimony wasn't really that important because they did not have firsthand knowledge or information about the president's phone call with Ukraine's leader.
And President Trump on defense again Sunday, tweeting, quote, "Nothing was done wrong in the phone call with the Ukrainian president." Meantime, a new book from his former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley. Fox's Marcus White with that report.
In her new memoir, Nikki Haley says two top administration officials tried to enlist her in opposing some of the president's policies. In her book, With All Due Respect, Haley describes a meeting with then Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and then White House Chief of Staff John Kelly and says they were following a dangerous path. Both had differing views than the president when it came to a number of issues, including the Paris Climate Accord. Haley stepped down at the end of last year. She called her time at the UN a blessing, but offered no reason for leaving other than saying a government official must know when it's time to step aside. Marcus White, Fox News.
President Trump also tweeting Sunday to promote that book. America is listening to Fox News.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 on-target radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hi, it's Mark Olson.
And Greg Olson.
The boys from Crumweedy Home Pros.
Call Crumweedy! Yep, that's us.
Listen, we know it was a horrible winter,
followed by a horrible spring.
You may have held off thinking about getting your project done with the crazy weather we've had, but we want you to know we prepared for that.
Our pros are ready to work overtime if needed to get your project done before the next horrible winter.
No, not another rough winter. This past one was bad enough.
Call us today, and we'll get it done right, and we'll get it done now.
Call Crumweedy!
Whoa, guys, don't forget, we offer 12 months, same as cash. Now, go ahead, carry on.
Roofs, gutters, windows, and siding.
You know you can trust Crumweedy to do a great job and give you a fair price.
630-595-8020.
And watch out for the door-to-door fly-by-night guys. Here today, gone forever. You deserve better.
Call us now for special offers on roofs, windows, siding, and gutters.
Call Crumweedy!
630-595-8020.
Crumweedy Home Pros. We're ready.
DS Arms is the factory direct outlet for all major brands of firearms and accessories. And for over 3 decades, they've manufactured custom rifles used by police, military, and you. Purchase your rifle factory direct and support American manufacturing and jobs. DS Arms also has the automatic knives, mags, and optics, plus every accessory you'll need. DS Arms is in Lake Barrington, off Route 14 and Pepper Road. DS Arms is much more than a gun store. Visit dsarms.com or call 847-277-7260. That's dsarms.com.
Hey there, beer lovers. Let your freedom be heard. And be sure to spread the good word. If you love freedom, patriotism, and the craft beer revolution, then Gun Craft Beer is the brew for you. You can purchase Gun Craft Beer all over Chicagoland. For a list of locations, visit guncraftbeer.com. And be sure to follow Gun Craft Beer on Facebook and Instagram. So salute the red, white, and brew by enjoying the freedom you can taste with Guncraft Beer.
This live program is sponsored by Safer USA OT Media Group. It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Our hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz, will be talking with Victor Santana of Eyes Right Open, a 501c4 organization with the mission to educate and promote the Constitution of the United States and the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To learn more, visit eyesrightopen.org. To participate in tonight's show, call 312-642-5600, like us on Facebook On Target Radio, or watch us live on YouTube On Target Radio.
This is going to be an interesting evening. We met Victor 3-4 days ago, wasn't it?
Well, I've met him before that, but yeah.
Oh, you withheld that.
You're a little late to the party.
I never knew that. You were ahead of me. Why are you always ahead of me?
Well, you know.
Sorry, Dave, you're behind the curve.
It is what it is. Should be an interesting show, though. A very interesting organization, and I think probably we ought to start out just kind of defining what the organization is, but really the show is going to be about not the organization itself. It's going to be about a lot of history and where we are politically. But tell us a little bit, Victor, what exactly is Eyes Right Open?
Well, Eyes Right Open really comes into play so that we educate and promote the Constitution to the voters, have them understand what is really the true meaning of freedom. What we have in this country is great. I've traveled around the world, and I see the rest of the world, and I come back to the United States, and I see the blessings we have. Our founders were phenomenal people. They gave so much so that all of us, well, we could be on the radio today. We could do things. We could drive cars. Women have freedoms that are in the other parts of the world, in a lot of places in this world, they don't have. So Eyes Right Open is really educating the millions of people in this country that don't understand what the Constitution really means. What is in place? What the founders thought that we should be doing 200, 300, 400 years from the founding of this country. And the beauty of it is, well, we're very fortunate because we have a president who's actually bringing us back to the foundations of this country, taking away the yoke of slavery off our backs with regulations and taxes and all the things that you hear about, the swamp and everybody else that's out there that's trying to stop us, where a young girl, a young boy cannot sell lemonade without having the health department come and bother him, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because the secular progressives, the liberals, and I don't even know if we can call them liberals anymore. The liberals, we used to think liberals were over the top. This more recent batch of uber liberals, the socialists, are crazy. They're doing everything they can to marginalize the Constitution. They're constantly talking about this is out of date, that's out of date, and the point of fact is it isn't out of date.
No, it's not. The Constitution, believe it or not, is the foundation for all of our freedoms. It is amazing that most people don't realize the things that you do, the things you could say, the places you could go. People that come to this country are begging to be in this country. Yeah. What other place in the world do you see lines of people coming in? I mean, last time I checked, and we talked about this earlier, but I don't see lines of people going into Uganda. I don't see them going to Saudi Arabia or even China. And those are supposed to be some of the, well, I guess, woke societies.
Well, the interesting thing with China is, of course, they've discovered capitalism, and they're very capitalistic, and yet they want to maintain a communist environment. They try and filter the internet, which they're not very good at doing, because every time they do it, they figure out a way to get around it. That's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. And they're in a war now with Hong Kong. Liberalism is like a tsunami that goes into a port, it just tears everything up. I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen. As I said in the pre-show, I've been to countries where if you said the wrong thing at dinner, you literally disappeared.
Absolutely.
And people don't believe that happens. I think these people who are preaching this socialism, I honestly don't think they've ever spent any time in a socialist country.
Well, I got to say this, being a recovering Democrat, it's an amazing thing because I've watched the Democratic Party go from being conservative, the old blue dog Democrats,
Blue dog Democrats, absolutely,
to bleeding heart communist, straight out communist. And what they say goes. Anything that you disagree with them, you're wrong. And if they could, they put you in a re-education camp or disappear. That's today's environment. And they're not Democrats. They're communists.
Yeah. You're listening to Non-Target Radio. This is AM 560 The Answer. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. We have a guest this evening. It's Victor Santana with Eyes Right Open. And the interesting thing, they are on a mission to literally transform this country. And unfortunately, maybe for the first time ever, they're in a position where if the votes go the wrong way, they literally could change the entire course of this country. And it's hard to even wrap your brain around that concept. But so many people have bought into this that if they get the Senate and the presidency, I mean, who knows what will happen.
Oh, I dread that day. I am so happy. Now, mind you, I wasn't a fan of Donald Trump. I never watched his show. Thought he was bombastic. He was everything that you wouldn't want to have.
And that's true.
But when he came down that escalator,
yeah,
Steve Ballish and I watched it, talked to each other like two little schoolgirls, and said, oh, my God, this guy is going to be it. And unfortunately, we couldn't get on the team because they didn't have the massive campaign crew that everybody else has, hundreds of people that work. Donald Trump was running like a business, lean and mean. And look at what he did. I am so happy that he not only beat all my expectations, but I pray for him every day. Because without him, we wouldn't have a chance. I look at my grandkids and my great-grandkids, who I'll probably never see. But I pray that they're going to have a life that, well, the American dream. That's the amazing thing. Our Constitution provides us for that, gives everyone that hope that you could be whatever you want to be.
Well, when I talk to liberals, which I do, I never shy away from it. If somebody on Facebook says something or whatever, I invite them out. I say, I want you to come out to my club, my gun club. Let me just show you what it is. We won't talk politics. I'll just show you what it is. And every time somebody's taken me up on that, I take them out to shoot, like an AR-15. And they go, this is not what I expected. And they said, this is fun. I go, welcome to the club. But what's interesting is you have people who buy into the talking points. But if you say to them, if you make it personal, see, they're all, Trump is you-know-what, and this is the way to go. People should have freedom. I go, okay, let's say that's true. Do you have any kids? Yeah. Do you have a daughter? Yeah. So it's okay with you. How old is she? 14, 15. I said, it's okay when she goes to the toilet to have some guy stand there and watch her. Well, no. Well, excuse me, but that's what they're saying. It's okay for your son to have one of 52 genders now? Is it something like that, Gretchen?
It's crazy.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Thank you. Welcome to the Republican Party. I mean,
exactly.
No matter what you point out, and now, not that it's a good thing, but from a propaganda perspective it is, and that is you can kill a baby that's out of the womb. You can take a living child that you can hold in your hands and kill it. But you can't execute a murderer because that's inhumane. I don't even know how you explain that.
But see, that's part of what we're doing with Eyes Right Open. We're explaining those things. It's called critical thinking, something that the Democrats/communists don't want you to have.
Absolutely.
They want to hold your thoughts. So critical thinking. And so what most politicians do is they run for their office, they have the campaign, and then they forget about you. Well, Eyes Right Open wants to hold everyone accountable. We want to make sure that it's 24/7, year-round, that you know that you're responsible, not only for that daughter that's 14 years old, but for those boys, for the grandkids, for everyone that's involved, from grandpa all the way down. The problem that we have is that we don't look year-round at this.
Right.
We only wait 3 months before the election. Democrats, and I should stop saying that because I stopped calling them
They're
Democrats.
not Democrats anymore.
The communists work 24/7.
Yeah.
Republicans do it 3 months before the election.
Yeah, and we don't just buy it hook, line, and sinker. Anyway, we're going to be back with more On Target Radio. When we return, we're going to talk about the history of America and its founding. And all that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hey, how would you like to have your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year? Would that qualify as a Christmas miracle?
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, you betcha. So it could happen if you enter to win our Christmas Mortgage Miracle Contest, presented by AM Woodland Outdoor Design from now through December 20th. But you can only win if you enter. And to do that, go to 560theanswer.com and search for the keyword miracle. That's 560theanswer.com, keyword miracle, to enter for a chance to have your mortgage or rent paid for all of 2020.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I started taking them about 7.5 years ago. It was right after I lost my husband. My husband passed away. I was grieving so bad I wasn't eating at all. I mean, I just didn't care. And so I heard the advertisements on the radio, and I thought, well, my family's upset about me. I got to get myself straight, and I started taking them. So I always say they kind of saved my life, you know. They gave me back my life. I would say that.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And we will take an additional 35% off of your first order. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more on Target Radio. We're talking to Victor Santana today from Eyes Right Open. So, Victor, when was Eyes Right Open started?
We started about 2 years ago. We got together. We tried to put together a plan for changing blue states to red. And then we realized that there are other organizations out there that wanted it just to raise money, but not actually implement the program. So we committed ourselves to doing this, and gentlemen like Steve Ballish, Chris Yeager, we all got together. We started working on this so that we could actually make a plan. Our plan is not just changing blue to red. It's a 100-year plan. We plan on making sure that generations after ours are going to reap the rewards of this great country.
So is the organization primarily concerned with reelecting Trump, or is it an arm of the Trump Make America Great Again organization, or is it just a separate PAC?
We are devoted to educating voters. We are blessed that Donald Trump is the president, because this is the one time that in our history people are motivated and they want to know more. They're tired of the old system. They're tired of the politicians lying to them. They're tired of being told one thing and being disappointed. So today is a golden opportunity. If this was Jeb Bush as president, Eyes Right Open couldn't be effective. And it's, yes, you could say that we can be working with the president, but we're not. We are actually doing the bidding of the Constitution. It just so happens that we have a president that believes in the Constitution, and so it looks like we're pairing up. But our focus is educating these voters to know exactly what's right. And by default, that helps out Donald Trump.
So how did you get involved in this? What's your background?
Well, I am a recovering Democrat, and Steve Ballish is one of those founding members of the Tea Party. He's my sponsor, and we used to talk all the time. I'd go down to Homer Glen at the Purple Onion and sit there and talk to him. And we discuss all these different things. The problem I had is being a Democrat, where do I go? Republicans were working with Democrats. And I know that from personal experience. And there wasn't really a place for me to go in the Republican side. I could have gone over to the Republican side in the 90s, but there wasn't a place to go. And the Tea Party was one of those places I really wanted to see develop and grow and be part of that structure, but we couldn't find a leader. And guess what? Donald Trump has fulfilled that wish. He has taken this country into new heights, a new direction that actually provides Eyes Right Open with that opportunity, and people like myself, recovering Democrats, to actually find a home. Find a place where when I say what I think and what I'm willing to do, I'm not laughed at by the communists. I'm not laughed at by the Republicans or the rhinos.
Yeah, that's good.
You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560 The Answer. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. I want to get to what we talked about earlier about the history and the founding of this country, and specifically how they're trying to marginalize a document that actually does totally address issues that we have today.
Well, and that's something that's close to my heart. I love reading history. I read history of all types, from the Greeks, the Romans, going back to the pharaohs of Egypt, Israel, and actually the Jewish people, the Persians, all of these great civilizations that were out there. And when you read through all that history and you come across a Constitution, you find out these founders were unbelievable. Most people don't know. A lot of them, actually all of them, died broke. But a lot of them lost family members.
Oh, yeah.
They lost most of their property during the Revolutionary War. They suffered so much. And what we're trying to do with Eyes Right Open is we're trying to create that sense that we're all revolutionary heroes, that we all have to give something. And that could be something as small as voting or talking to your grandkids. Or for those young adults, going and talking to seniors and finding out what's their story. Because guess what? So much knowledge is lost in generation to generation as they turn over because the Constitution isn't taught. The history of this country isn't taught. And our revolutionary heroes thought of the future. They didn't think of the present. They didn't think about, oh my God, England and their tyranny and, taxation without representation. But they thought of the future.
Well, and the interesting thing that people seem to forget is every one of those men that they call white,
supremacists.
Yeah, I got to be careful with words I say. George is just hovering at the button. But you know what I mean. What people are forgetting is that every one of those men put their lives and their family's life on the line. What they were doing was sedition. I mean, literally it was a hanging offense what they were doing. So it's not like they just got together one day and go, well, why don't we think about maybe we could be our own country. They were sneaking this in the back of taverns, and they were, you know what I'm saying? They were risking their lives day to day, and a number of them died, were caught, captured, and stuff. They gave this a lot of thought. And this nonsense about they couldn't imagine firearms like they have today. Well, actually, I can't remember do you remember what that gun was? Puckle or something?
Yeah, puckle gun.
Puckle gun, right? It was essentially a semi-automatic rifle. They could. They were smart men. But they keep tearing away at that. They're white, slavers and all that, and they don't put it in context. They don't see what they did.
Well, Dave, that's so true. And one thing that people don't seem to understand, and this is an argument I have with all of my friends, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Easterners, but do you realize that the revolutionary heroes were just not white men? True. They were black. Yeah. They were Hispanic. Oh, my God, there was Jews there. And every other kind of person that you could ever imagine. People like to think that it's just a bunch of old, white, rich men who wanted slavery. No. And the issue at the day, when it comes to slavery, was because they had to unify those 13 colonies. Yeah. And it was a great debate because this is the first country that abolished slavery. Most people don't know that. This is the first country. Not England, not the vaulted French that all the communists love to look at, or the Germans. As a matter of fact, the Germans went out and killed 6 million Jews.
Yeah.
So when you put that in context to our Constitution, what have we done? The American Revolution was by far something that is not only a miracle, but thank God, God gave these men the knowledge, the foresight, and the courage, which is really important, because today we need that courage.
What most people, I think, don't understand is throughout history, more white people were enslaved than people of color. I mean, slavery has been widespread since the beginning of time, and they just lock on that issue. And I'm not by any stretch of the imagination trying to justify it, but it's the way people lived in those days, and that's what they did. And with the black slaves out of Africa, it was black people in Africa selling them, rounding them up and selling them. So it's a pretty specious argument. But anyway, they just keep picking away at this thing, and they keep saying that the Constitution is out of date, and it is literally as good today, and maybe better given the circumstance, than it was back then.
Well, Dave, we talked about this before. The Bill of Rights, there's 10 of them. It's modeled after the 10 Commandments. Same people that say the Constitution is outdated also tell us that the 10 Commandments are outdated.
Exactly.
So that tells you something of who they are.
I would recommend that people look at the Bill of Rights, and as we talked about earlier, look at the Third Amendment. And if you read the Third Amendment, suddenly the Second Amendment is a little different than you thought it was. It was literally about protecting yourself from a government.
Yes.
That was the whole point. And nobody ever talks about the Third Amendment. So that kind of clarifies stuff. Anyway, we got to take another break. When we come back, I want to talk about current events. You got current events coming up. All that and more on Target Radio when we return with AM 560.
The Answer.
double barrel magazine extended clips.
Hey, how would you like to have your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year? Would that qualify as a Christmas miracle?
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, you betcha. So it could happen if you enter to win our Christmas Mortgage Miracle contest, presented by AM Woodland Outdoor Design from now through December 20th. But you can only win if you enter. And to do that, go to 560theanswer.com and search for the keyword miracle. That's 560theanswer.com, keyword miracle, to enter for a chance to have your mortgage or rent paid for all of 2020.
Fox News, I'm Mike Piazza. Big week coming up in Washington. Both public testimony on the impeachment inquiry and the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, goes before the Supreme Court. First, the impeachment hearings.
Democrats argue that since the impeachment inquiry is about what President Trump did or did not do in relation to withholding military aid from Ukraine, any witnesses without knowledge of that are a distraction.
Fox's Garrett Tenney. Tuesday, the Supreme Court hears the Trump administration's arguments to end illegal protection for more than 600,000 illegal immigrants who could be deported.
DACA allows some illegal immigrants who came to the U.S. as children to receive a renewable 2-year reprieve from deportation. It also allows those so-called dreamers to be eligible for work permits.
Fox's Mark Meredith. Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals now affords that protection. America is listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasion. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson to talk about my incredible experience with Online Trading Academy. I signed up for my own free class, and you can too. You'll be introduced to skills to take control of your financial future. You'll learn the right moves to make when the economy turns and how to spend less time worrying about life and more time living it. You know, no one else will ever care about your financial future as much as you do. It's time for you to start learning how to invest in you. Seats are limited. Just call 844-778-7132 to attend and get 2 free passes to their next class so you can check this all out. And if you call right now, they will send you home with their Professionals Insider Kit. It's loaded with exclusive investing courses and some of their best lessons from the pros. This is a limited opportunity and seats go quickly, so call 844-778-7132. That's 844-778-7132, or visit them online at otaclass.com, otaclass.com.
Sean Thompson here, better known to you as Sean from Elmwood Park. Listen up, because this is a real deal for you. You already know how great MyPillow products are, especially the pillows. But there are other products that I'm going to tell you about that impressed me immensely. The first is the MyPillow pet bed. You know I've got the old dog, Mo. He's hanging on by a thread. I can't get him off of it, not because he's hanging on by a thread, but because he loves it. Also, I have been sleeping on the Giza sheets. I'm going to tell you something. This is the one thing my wife and I can agree on wholeheartedly. And right now, when you go to mypillow.com and you click on the radio listener special box, put in my promo code LIBERTY, and you will enjoy deep discounts, not little discounts, deep discounts on the Giza sheets, on the dog bed, on the body pillow, all must-have items, including the original My Pillow for just $29.99. That's mypillow.com, promo code LIBERTY. Or you can call 800-489-0201, 800-489-0201, promo code LIBERTY.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
So we got a call from a social warrior who did not have the, I can say cojones, can't I? Okay, who didn't have the cojones
to go on the air.
To go on the air. I can say balls. Okay, so he called up and would only talk to George, and he goes, "You guys suck." Well, tell him what he said, George. He's got to pull out the microphone. Usually he's there.
We'll get as close to verbatim as I can here. It was, "You guys suck. I hate you, and I'm turning the channel."
George, don't we usually record all that? Can we play it back? All right, never mind.
No.
We don't need dead air.
So I know he's listening because that's exactly what people like that do. People that hang up after they make some rude comment continue to listen because they want to hear their voice. There's a time delay, and then they just want to sit there and fume over what we're saying.
So what do I always say when you're having problems, especially in my political life? When I'm having problems, I always say, if you're not taking fire, then you're not over the target.
That's right.
So we're doing a good job.
Call back.
And to the guy who said we suck, no, I can't say that.
No. Just stop.
That's fine.
Stop.
You're entitled to your own opinion. We love you anyway, and we'll send you. I would have sent you a box of goodies as a gift for being on the show, but you didn't do it, you dumb person. So back to... we've lost control of the show. Just so long as
Clearly. We're only halfway done is the bad news.
Victor's putting on his coat. This is
everyone.
I'm out. But yeah, current events. There's so much going on right now. It's unbelievable. What gets me is the denial that liberals, and liberals isn't even the right term anymore. The socialists. It's the denial of factual stuff. Look, there's stuff on both sides of the aisle that we are not proud of. That happens.
That's true.
It's just life. But they refuse to admit that Donald Trump has done anything right. They refuse it. The economy's up. It's the lowest unemployment figures for minorities. I mean, just look at the stuff that he's done, and they can't admit that. They just can't admit it.
Well, you got to realize, and this goes back to the history of this country, but it starts with Saul Alinsky. Most people don't know Saul Alinsky brought the mob, the church, and
he was an organizer,
the Democratic Party all together.
Yeah.
Now that's an unholy alliance.
Yes and no.
Yeah, but it comes down to when you go out and you vilify your opponent, you discredit them, you lie about them, because as all of us that have read Rules for Radicals, the ends are justified.
It's a good book.
Yes.
It's a well-written book, and the liberals follow it as a game plan.
Yep.
And it's why they win at stuff.
So in the means are justified all the way across the board, because you could lie, cheat, and steal.
Yeah.
But as long as you get the end result, that's what matters. And you see that both on the Democrat and on the Republican side. Look at all those senators. Look at all those congressmen that are not jumping up to the president's defense. I mean, basically, they're telling us as Americans, screw you.
Yeah. Well, of course.
And that is part of the problem. But it all started with Saul Alinsky. And I'm not saying Saul Alinsky is the father of what we see as a Democratic Party. That's the Communist Party.
Yeah.
The Communist Manifesto is what started that. And so today, the current events, you see all those things that they propelled into the future, because the communists had a 100-year plan. The progressives have a 100-year plan. That's why Eyes Wide Open has a 100-year plan, because we have to defeat these people.
We were talking earlier today, somebody that she knows on her campaign material that says integrity matters.
Well,
right?
I was talking maybe, potentially in the future.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of going to be the thing. And somebody asked, what does that mean? And I said, it means integrity matters. What about that do you not get?
Yeah, it seems self-evident, but only to people to whom it's self-evident. I mean,
Exactly.
There are people for whom it will not be self-evident.
Yeah.
We did get a good comment on YouTube. Broken Beaver said, Trump has made all the lefties show their true colors. It's amazing who came out of the closet, so to speak, since he took office.
Absolutely. We're not talking about the LGBT community here.
No.
We're talking about those rhinos, Republicans in name only.
That's right. Yeah.
It's amazing. But and I got to say this, because with the current events, the impeachment, the Russia collusion, the Ukrainian phone call, and I honestly think Donald Trump stole Barron's candy from Halloween. And it's only a rumor, but I think the Democrats are having hearings on that.
But there were razor blades in the candy. Yeah.
But that being said, the kicker here is really the objective is they want to change this country, take out the Constitution, because when they go there and they start ratifying the president's decisions on the Supreme Court, they go out there and they try to vilify them.
Well, we got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about more current events, and we're going to have a moment to end, but it'll be a short one. All that and more when we return with On Target Radio, and you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
You've heard Remke's Garage commercials on AM 560, and now they specialize in servicing Sprinters and light-duty diesels. But the experts at Remke's also service Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks. So if you own an Isuzu or Chevy low-cab forward truck but aren't sure where to get it repaired, take it to Remke's Garage, your #1 dealer alternative for repairs to your Isuzu NPR, Isuzu F-Series, or Chevy low-cab forward truck. Whether gas or diesel, your truck is the lifeline of your business. That's why Remke's Garage offers free loaners while your truck is being serviced. They'll even pick up and deliver for your convenience. Remke's Garage has the factory scan tool to properly diagnose Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks. Their commitment to your business is backed with a complimentary maintenance plan and free 2-year warranty. Go to remkesgarage.com to learn more about their specialization in Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks and schedule your appointment today. That's Remkes, R-E-M-K-E-S, garage.com.
Famous conservative quotes, presented by Automated Systems.
Winston Churchill remarked, "Socialism is a philosophy of failure, the creed of ignorance, the gospel of envy. Its inherent virtue is the equal sharing of misery." How truly relevant.
Manufacturing companies, I encourage you to call my friend Laz Kulchar from Automated Systems. Automated Systems is a software and systems integration company that specializes in companies that are required to meet FDA compliance requirements. Automated Systems will create a custom solution for your business that will make your production lines, facilities, and plants run more efficiently. Imagine less downtime, more speed, and fewer rejects. From Fortune 500 to startup, ASI delivers solutions for your toughest automation challenges. For information, I encourage you to talk to Laz at Automated Systems. Call 844-HIRE-ASI or visit hireasi.com. That's 844-HIRE-ASI, 844-HIRE-ASI, or online at hireasi.com.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
It's time now for your moment of AOC Zen.
As the song says, you never can tell. U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been quoted thousands of times in various forms of the media, and rarely has it been positive. Owning a gun is not a right, she quoted as saying, because if it was a right, it would be in the Constitution. Then there was the infamous quote, aren't they all, we'll never have to worry about China attacking us. They're 12 hours ahead, so we'll have plenty of time to shoot down their missiles. Or, my favorite, she was fired from a hot dog on a stick for incompetence. Her people have all agreed that those are false, and they were not comments that were attributed to her were all false, and that she was spreading fake rumors, and one in particular had her disparaging socialism. Trust me on this, she's never going to disparage socialism. Closer to the truth is the rumor that suggests she has a credit score of 430. My golden retriever had a higher credit score than 430, and he wasted his allowance on buying flavored bones. Most recently, she's quoted in Facebook saying, "This yellow snow is proof the sun is melting." Okay. You know what? Even I will grant you that AOC isn't that dumb. And to be fair, I doubt she said any of those quotes that rocketed the political pages of the Tribune. But here's the truth. AOC is a dangerous dog that will eat your Republican wallet and spit out singles. And she can do this for no better reason than our tax dollars are providing her with a bully pulpit and a lot of free time, neither of which go well with ideologues. Here's the truth, sarcasm notwithstanding. AOC has consistently spouted socialist dogma and has dedicated her life to converting the U.S. to one of the worst forms of government in the world. And if that isn't bad enough, liberal pundits would issue an edict that for one day, everything she takes for granted turned out to be private. Yeah, great. I always thought her incessant spouting off was a menace to society, but just think about the havoc she could create by keeping her mouth shut and forwarding her agenda. I'll take the memes any day. So.
It's true.
Yeah,
very
true.
Absolutely.
Talk just a little bit, because we don't have a lot of time. We're running out. We're going to run out of show here pretty quick. But I'm looking forward to the future, and hopefully George will run out first. We're looking forward to the future. What do you see?
I see the America that when I was growing up, I thought it was. It's a beautiful thing because what we're doing at Eyes Right Open is doing a three-prong approach, land, air, and sea. That's our 100-year plan. So doing shows like this where we're able to talk to many people, social media, having people knocking on doors, mailers, things of that nature, educating voters. People don't know about Planned Parenthood. They don't know about Woodrow Wilson. I just found out recently about the Jones Act. That's why Puerto Rico, well, it's an enslavement camp for the Puerto Ricans because the American government passed a law under Woodrow Wilson to prevent Puerto Ricans to actually be American. And when I say American, not citizenship, but to be entrepreneurs, reap the rewards from what they gather at the island, what they make. When they produce something in the island, they got to ship it out to the United States in order to bring it back, and there's all these taxes on there. It's an amazing thing. When I heard about this, I was like, wow, this is what we did as Americans? No, we did this as those progressive/communists, the haters and the fakers, the Margaret Sangers of the world. You know that they had their 100-year anniversary last year, and they wanted to kill every Catholic, Black, Hispanic, Jew. And you know what? That's a lot of people.
It is.
And they wanted to do this, and Woodrow Wilson supported them. And guess what? The Nazis from Germany picked up on this and
They
said,
learned
what a great plan
They
you
learned
Americans
yeah.
got. And that was the Democrats.
Yeah. Well, the Democrats started Ku Klux Klan.
Yep.
I mean, you can go down the Jim Crow laws. You can go down a long list of what the Democrats did. And yet, nobody talks about that. Nobody remembers that stuff.
And I was told by a great philosopher, his name was Alderman Vito Marzullo.
Hey, Marzullo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right.
And Vito used to say, if you know where they come from, you know where they're going. And guess what? We know where this country has to go because we know where we come from. The Constitution. It provides us. It unshackles us. It provides for the opportunity that millions and billions of people around the world want to come here because of the American dream. This is the only country where you could be born poor and could be successful. You could be the President of the United States. Yeah. You could do anything in this country if you want to.
It surprises me because they don't study this stuff. They want to tear down statues. They want to tear down the statue of Lee, who was virulently against the war. The last thing he wanted was a civil war. And the only reason he went with Virginia is because it was home. He was defending his homeland. Yes. And when it was over, he was the first one in line to try and reunite and get things back on. And they want to tear a statue down. The guy was a hero.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do for the future. We want to stop this recreation of history, of current events, changing the words, what they mean. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. There is no, oh yeah, you got 57 different types of.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
We got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up, but we're also going to do Gretchen's action items. So we'll be back with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Balance of nature, changing the world one life at a time.
Back in like January, February, I'd get home, make myself something to eat, blah, blah, blah. My girlfriend works nights. By 8:30, 8 o'clock, I'd be in bed. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, if this is what the rest of life is like, I'm doomed. Today is day 14 of me taking Balance of Nature. My energy level's through the roof. It took me 5 years of hearing it on talk radio to actually try it. The difference is night and day.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And we will take an additional 35% off of your first order. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
The following Safer USA classes at our facility in Waterman. Thank you, Eric. Saturday and Sunday, November 16th and 17th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to clean up the wreckage, and you're done.
Yeah. You should have asked me. I would have told you. It's going to be brief.
Yes, that brief it was. It was. Yes. So, we'll just punt for 3 minutes. Any closing words, pithy thoughts?
Well, I hope that people that are listening understand how important shows like this and other shows that espouse our constitutional rights, you got to understand them. Because if you don't keep them in content of the historical significance of what they provide us with, it's hard because you take them for granted. And as we were talking earlier, you look around and people are taking off the ball. They don't stay focused on what has to be done because we have rights. People, don't forget that. We do have rights. And we're Americans. We're not refugees. We're not here illegally. We're not here in any other capacity. We didn't come here from Mars. We're Americans. And we have those given rights from the Constitution and our God. And one thing that people seem to forget, you take them for granted, you forget about them. And you let the Democrats, the socialists, the communists, the progressives, the rhinos, take us off our rights. Never give up your rights, because that is America. And you could be successful. You could reach any pinnacle point that you decide your heart's desire to be at. Most people don't think of that. They just think, oh, can't do it. I got all these regulations. Oh, no, we never stop. We have to continue fighting. And that's what Eyes Right Open wants to do. We want to help people develop those skills to never give up your rights.
And the thing that disturbs me about this, anybody that's famous is still a human being, and they have flaws. Everybody does. And when the liberals don't like something that someone has done, they immediately turn to what the flaws in that person are, being held to a standard that is prevalent today, not back in the time. And so if you've done anything at all that today is objectionable, that's it. What you did, the good that you did. Christopher Columbus, they love to tear that guy to pieces. And they don't understand even faintly what the contract he had with Spain, what he was required to do to get enough money to come and do what he wanted to do, spread the faith. And all that's gone. That, he enslaved people.
But see, Dave, you said it, the key word there, faith.
Exactly.
He had to spread the faith, the Catholic doctrine. And the problem was, these progressives, these non-faithful people, want to take that all out.
Of course.
They want to take God out of the discourse. This country was built on that because of religious tyranny. People wanted to go out and believe what they believed. If it was the Quakers, the Protestants, whoever.
I agree.
We'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you'd imagine. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when we'll be covering more red meat issues that affect your life.
Hi, it's Amy Jacobson. You know, our listeners helped build MyPillow into the amazing company that it is today. And now MyPillow is giving back to our listeners. You can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products by going to MyPillow.com and clicking on the Radio Listener Specials box. I love these pillows, and you know you will too. So receive huge discounts on MyPillows, mattress toppers, my favorite, the Giza sheets, and more. For example, the body pillow that provides the perfect comfort and support for your entire body is regularly $89.99. But with the promo code Amy, it's only $29.99. All products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the Radio Listener Specials box and get deep discounts on all products, including MyPillows for